What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. Let's jump right in to the story about how I broke my wrist. So to set the scene, imagine wherever you are, whatever you surf, the waves are flat and the water starts going dry. That's where the story begins. Pretty much every single wave on the Front Range in Colorado was done running and there was nothing to surf. So I was trying to figure out things like flat water paddle, white water paddle to fill up my time. And I was also skating a little bit too, because there was literally nothing else to do, which is a pretty good topic from last week's video. If you remember last week's video, the biggest problem with being an inland surfer is wave consistency. Like I said in the last video, runoff can last 2 weeks or it could be for 2 months. So you never know how long you're going to be able to surf for. Anyways, I'm sitting around waiting for them to release water on number 6, which is this wave, on the South Platte River, which is controlled by a dam, and they release when farmers downstream need water. So I'm sitting around waiting days for them to release. Finally, at 11 a.m., I get an email saying that they're going to release. So if they release at 11 a.m. in the morning, it takes like 4 or 5 hours for the water to actually get down to the wave. So I waited those 4 hours in anticipation, drove to the river early, sat around in the parking lot waiting to be able to surf. Finally, a bunch of my friends start showing up and we're all getting ready to go surf the wave. And I'm frothing by this moment. You know, I just want to get to the wave and start surfing as soon as possible because it's been like a week since I've surfed. So I grab all my gear, I grab my surfboard, my wetsuit's on, and I take off towards the wave. And I get like 3/4 of the way there, and I notice in front of me, I'm skating, and I notice in front of me, there's a crack in the sidewalk. So I kind of do a little bit of a tail manual to get over the crack. But since I had my backpack on and my surfboard in my hand, I guess my balance was crazy. So I'm cruising at like between 10 and 15 miles an hour, probably just like cruising. Throw that tail manual, my balance gets messed up, board shoots out from under me. I land straight on my butt and my hands. So right away, my whole body goes kind of tingly and numb from the adrenaline. And right away I knew like, oh man, I fell super hard. And I probably hurt myself pretty bad. I dust myself off. I get up to the wave, kind of assess my body and see like what's aching, what's not. Notice my hand was hurting a little bit, but it wasn't like horrible. So, get my surfboard ready, paddle across the river. And I'm, paddling across the river. I notice like, oh man, my hand like is starting to hurt a lot more. I get to the other side of the river. And when I try to throw a bomb drop, I notice like, oh man, I can't even grip the board that much at all. So get a couple surfs in. Every time I paddle out of the river or every time I jump into the wave, my hand starts hurting more and more. By that time, I knew something was wrong and I needed to call it. So, I safely walked back to the car so I didn't fall on the skateboard and hurt myself again. I waited the evening, and then the next morning I headed to the doctor. I just pulled up to urgent care, and you can't really probably tell from the video, but it's a little bit swollen, like in this area, right there. But it just hurts to move it at all or do anything with it. So one of my friends suggested that I go to urgent care. So I'm gonna run in really quick, and then once I come out, I'll keep you guys posted with what the verdict is. Oh, and also, I feel so stupid going to urgent care. I never know if I should go or not. I feel like I shouldn't be going, like I'm not hurt bad enough to go. So I feel a little awkward, but hopefully everything will turn out all right. And I'll see you guys after I come out of urgent care. All right, so we're back in the car. Wrist is broken. They put me in a splint for now because they want me to see an orthopedic specialist, just because it's a small weird bone that broke that usually doesn't get broken, and they just want to make sure it's going to heal okay and then it gets set right so that it does heal okay. But he said it looks like that bone gets plenty of blood supply, so it should heal fine, shouldn't need surgery or anything funky. Probably have to wait the weekend. I'll keep you guys updated on Monday when I get to the orthopedic specialist. So as you guys know, I'm unemployed. So before I went to the doctor, like the day before, I had applied for COBRA insurance to extend my insurance for my employer. And I mean, it's been 4 days now. Oh, this is the 5th day actually, and I'm still waiting for them to approve it and for my insurance to get active so that I can go to the orthopedic and they can assess the bone that's broken in my hand, which you can see the x-ray right here. And they can tell me whether I need surgery or they can put me in a cast. The doctor did say that it was one of the bones that had really good blood flow, so it should heal fine. So I shouldn't need surgery or anything, but they're sending me to the orthopedic just in case. And unfortunately, I just got invited to surf this epic surf wave. If you haven't seen it, here's a clip of Ben Gravy surfing it. It's not open to the public. It's invite only. So I get the invite. You know, I've been preparing for a couple weeks. I got my hotel booked. I got my flights booked. Everything's ready to roll for this trip. The only thing I'm waiting on is to go to the orthopedic surgeon so they can take a look at my x-rays, take a look at the broken bone, hopefully get me in a cast so that I'll be able to go surf and actually participate in being able to surf that wave, which would be just awesome, because waves like that are the answer to the problem with surfing inland, which is consistency. You know, machines like that, put in the right city, they can, help you surf a consistent wave, the same wave every single day. So you can dial in your tricks. You can get a lot more comfortable. You can progress a lot faster because the wave's always going to be the same. So I've been super excited to jump into the wave machine part of things and start surfing more consistent or more wave machines or more different waves. But hopefully everything works out. I'll let you guys know next week what happens. And then hopefully I'll be able to go to Waterworld, which is a water park here in Colorado. And it has a flow surf machine. It's not really a surf machine. It's like a bodyboard machine, but it's like you're still surfing a wave. So I really wanted to hit that machine before I went to New York to surf the Epic Surf Machine. Hopefully everything works out. I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it.